Hey, everybody. Happy Friday and happy 4th of July weekend. We're going to try to run through this quickly so everybody can get to the amazing fall weather we're having today. It's going to be warm again this weekend, but welcome. In case you don't know what this is, these are our virtual coffee hours. So thank you for joining another edition of Meet Up with Mallory, our virtual coffee hour that we do just about every single week that the Michigan Senate is in session. We will give you an update on state news, updates on what's happening in the Capitol, and then open it up for live Q&A. So if you have questions or comments, we are live streaming this on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And we collect all of the questions and comments from across all three platforms. And we'll bring Liz on later in the program to facilitate the Q&A. So if you have a question to ask, make sure you type your name if that's not already obvious in your screen name. Let us know what city you are from or representing if you're already out on vacation, and then fire away with your question and we'll get to as many as we can. So I want to jump in right away with the big news for the state this week. Anything Ohio can do, Michigan will do bigger and better. So in case protection from COVID-19 is not enough of an incentive, the governor and the state announced the My Shot to Win sweepstakes, which is a lottery-style raffle that will give vaccinated Michiganders the chance to win more than $5 million in cash and college scholarships. Some of the winning prizes include there will be a $1 million drawing, $500,000 daily drawings, a $2 million drawing, and 9 scholarship drawings valued at around $55,000 for any college-bound young person who has gotten vaccinated who wants to enter the raffle with the participation of their parents, of course. So for more information on that, go to myshot2win.com. That's myshot2win.com. And if you've already been vaccinated or you've got your first shot, you are eligible as well. So go ahead, enter that, enter for your chance to win. And if you know somebody who's still on the fence, I feel like every single one of us have that person in their life, particularly those in the younger age bracket who feel like you are invincible. I know that feeling. I was there. But encourage them to enter as well. Encourage them to get their vaccine. We have seen how effective these vaccines are, and we are able to open up and get back to normal, which is incredibly exciting. So find that person, help them get a vaccine. You can find a location near you at vaccines.gov. There's an awesome searchable tool that we have shown during a number of coffee hour sessions where you can find a vaccine near you, and then go ahead and enter myshot2win.com. And then as an added bonus, as if that wasn't enough, all residents of Oakland County ages 12 or older will receive a $50 gift card if you get vaccinated between now and July 4th. So that's coming up really quickly. So you can find additional information on Oakland County's website there. So you can get $50. That's not a lottery. That is just a straight up gift card. You get your shot, you get $50. You can spend it as you please. And then you can go ahead and enter the state's My Shot to Win sweepstakes at a much bigger lottery prize. Up next, the updates from the Capitol. This week, we had one Senate session day, and the legislature passed a $17.1 billion spending bill, including $683 million on K-12 schools. Within the $683 million is a per pupil increase grant to $8,700 per pupil. And what is important about this and what makes this a historic budget that we passed with huge bipartisan support is that this is the first time that every single student, regardless of your zip code or what district you're in the state of Michigan, is going to get the same per pupil allotment. So we all know, depending on where you live in your school district, some districts have a higher per pupil funding. Other districts have a lower per pupil funding. This has been something that residents and education advocates have been pushing for decades, is to equal out that funding. Your zip code should not predetermine the level of education that you are able to receive. So that's huge. That is on its way to the governor's desk for her signature. The funding increase not only closes the decades-long school funding gap, but it includes $170 million to help access early education, $155 million for reading scholarships, and $240 million for school nurses and counselors. And that's something that many of you have heard me advocate for since taking office, is the need to increase counselors and support services for students in schools. We talked to a number of young people early on in the pandemic. We did a youth town hall, and one of the things that I heard loud and clear from our young people, especially navigating the pandemic, is many of them don't know whether or not they have a counselor or social worker in their school. And if they do, they don't know how to access them. There are oftentimes maybe one or two counselors for hundreds, if not thousands of students. So this is a huge step forward, and one that I'm really proud of. And if you have any additional questions, like I said, feel free to type them in the comments. And we are going to head into my favorite section of our coffee hours, good news. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and we are going to fly through the good news that we have this week, starting with a new mural, which you can see here, which is coming to Royal Oak. The new mural has been commissioned for Ray's Ice Cream Shop right here in Royal Oak. And this was a great story. So during the pandemic, we know that so many of our small businesses were hit really, really hard and were struggling to survive when people were staying at home, staying safe. So there was a GoFundMe campaign that was launched by the owner of Ray's Ice Cream Shop, a long-standing Royal Oak a small business. They aim to raise $50,000 just to keep the lights on, the doors open, and kind of navigate through the pandemic. But the community showed up huge, and the campaign ended with $78,000. So this mural is in honor of just the power of community. You can read that. It says "Sprinkle Kindness." I'm going to be really excited to drive by this and to get ice cream. That is one of my favorite things. So look forward to that new mural coming out very soon. All right. Next up on our good news, which might seem like a strange pivot from just talking about ice cream, but Oakland County is among the healthiest communities in the country in 2021. This is a great ranking for us. U.S. News and World Report, in collaboration with CVS Health and Aetna, released a report highlighting the 500 healthiest U.S. cities and counties nationwide. Oakland County was among those top 500, earning the number 150 spot in this year's rankings. And the purpose of the ranking was to explore how communities across the United States are working to improve the health of their residents. It also helps keep citizens, healthcare leaders, and elected officials informed of local policies and practices to drive better health outcomes for all. So congratulations to Oakland County. I count myself very privileged every day that I get to represent a community where we have the number of resources, expertise, access to outdoor spaces, all of farmers markets, all of the things that we have within our community that lead to healthy communities. And that's just a great, another notch for us in Oakland County that we can go on and celebrate. All right. Last up this week, an OU professor was named one of the highly influential women in engineering. Oakland University professor Barbara Oakley, very aptly named, was recently selected as one of the 35 highly influential women in engineering today. Oakley is a distinguished professor in engineering, is joined on the list that also includes groundbreaking roboticists, founders of high-tech companies, CEOs, astronauts, medical experts, and pioneers in engineering subdisciplines. She is a revolutionary and true innovator, and is recognized as one of the world's leading experts in learning, especially in the STEM disciplines, and in the design of high-quality online material. So congratulations to Oakland University and to Professor Oakley. And that wraps up our good news for the week. We are flying through. I am trying to do my best to not just yammer on throughout all these coffee sessions. I want to get 15 minutes is the goal this week. We're at 10 right now. So with that, I'm going to bring on Liz. And if you have any questions or comments, now is the time to ask them. Liz, how you doing? What are you doing for the 4th of July weekend?
I am up in Manistee by Lake Michigan, or on the shore of Lake Michigan, with some friends and family. So really excited about that.
Yay. Everybody's getting out and getting up north. Love it.
Yeah, excited to safely, come together this year with everyone who's vaccinated. Yeah.
All right. What questions have we got up this week?
So I think everyone is celebrating early because we don't have any questions, but Lisa on Facebook just wanted to say thank you for the budget, and it was universally supported. So
Awesome. Well, I anticipated that this week. We figured it would be a little light because I don't blame anybody, especially after not getting to celebrate last year, for getting out early, making sure you're celebrating with people who are vaccinated, being safely outside. It was really exciting last night. So from my house, if you sit in the bathroom, I can see the Red Run fireworks, which we didn't have last year. So it was pretty cool sitting in my bathroom, watching the fireworks. And that just felt like that was a moment that felt to me like, okay, we're finally getting back to normal. This is really exciting. And tiny baby Senator Noah slept through the entire thing. So she's a champion, sleeping through fireworks.
it's her lullaby is the fireworks.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Have a very safe and wonderful 4th of July weekend. And we will post on our Facebook page or in our e-news. If you haven't signed up for that, go head over to our website. Let me see if I can pop the caption up right there so that you can sign up for our e-news, and we will keep you posted on when we will be doing these virtual coffee hours throughout the in-district work period when the Senate is not in session. So with that, thanks again. Happy 4th of July, and we'll see you very soon.